Today, I'm building the chart-topping, evil-womping K-pop demon hunters out of Lego. And since you're here, you probably already know that this movie has broken records, reaching the top spot not only on Netflix, but on the Billboard Top 100, making this movie a cultural phenomenon. Which means it needs a Lego set. All of this starts inside of a jet, but since I don't have a Lego jet, I used this Lego passenger plane that I majorly downsized and really hope that it doesn't end up looking too goofy. Inside this plane we have our main characters, the girl band called Huntrix. The lead of the singing, dancing, butt-kicking trio is Rumi, and she's styling the hottest cosplay of the year. For this minifigure, I used the soccer player's shorts, a monkey kid torso, and Elsa's face print and hair. Only her hair needs to be purple. I really like this hairpiece, so I painted a few coats purple and then sprayed it with a sealant to get that shine. She has this super cool sword called the Four Tiger Sword, and this piece could work, but I also like this cool sword from the Dreams line. Next up, we have Zoe. I found these Batgirl legs, the perfect torso, Mulan's face print, and this hairpiece. I gave her gold size for her weapons, even though they're technically throwing knives. Lastly, we have Mira, and I used these legs, a yellow skirt, the backside of this torso that says to her, Black Widow's face print, and this pink hair from the Friends line. Her weapon is the curved moon sword, which I don't have a very good piece for, so this will have to do. Now, let's build the inside of their jet so they can eat their pre-show ramyun. I built this pink bench and a table, and although I don't have a cup of ramyun in Lego, I do have these ramen blocks, which seems pretty fitting. Over here we have a plant, coffee pot, and some snacks, but instead of the attendant getting them water for their ramyun, it appears that they're watering a plant with coffee.
You're a demon, right? Watering plants with coffee and those guys? Come on.
Finishing the build here, I placed in some windows, the cockpit section that attaches to the roof, and the bulky tail section and door.
Nothing beats a Jet 2 holiday, and right now...
For some finishing touches, I stuck on a decal of the Huntrix logo and the name on the side of the jet. But it doesn't really matter, because this thing's about to get trashed. La 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 la.
Yeah, this plane's trashed.
So anyway, after the show, they've earned themselves some much-needed R&R, so their manager Bobby tries to send them on vacation. But all the girls really want to do is couch.
Bobby!
So I built them a huge white couch and gave them a table full of snacks, which, if you look closely, you'll find a bunch of Korean snacks like kimbap, bingsu, bubble tea, and pizza. So I tried to replicate a few of those here in Lego. The couch time, though, doesn't last long before Rumi uploads the #1 song, not just in the show, but in real life. So of course I had to build their outfits for the Golden promo, which consists of a black shirt and white jackets. But just as things were getting good, Rumi has to visit the doctor for her vocal cords. And let's just say, this doctor's methods are a little unorthodox, and a teensy bit fraudulent. Just when things couldn't get any worse, a new enemy is lurking in the shadows. Also, shout out to Brick Lobster for this awesome idea to make a demon popping through the portal. You see, this show is called Demon Hunters for a reason, and these fancy demons are plotting to steal the hearts and souls of all the fans.
The fans.
These former K-pop idols appear as zombie-like creatures, dressed in all black, wearing the traditional Korean hat. I used these Dreams hats, but they have a creepy eye mold in them, so I just turned that to the side. I also wrapped capes around their legs and then cut them to size to make them appear more like flowy waist capes. But how are these zombie demons gonna win over the fans? This isn't gonna work. Oh yeah, this is totally gonna work. So next, let's build their glow-up appearances when they perform Soda Pop. Our lead singer is Jinu. Unfortunately, Lego already made an actual K-pop set, so we have the entire cast of BTS minifigures, which are gonna come in really handy for recreating the Saja Boys. I grabbed some jeans, this white shirt off of John Hammond, and Jungkook's head and hair combo. The next member is Abby, known for his Hawaiian shirt. However, Lego doesn't make a very good Hawaiian shirt option, so instead I'll use the backside of this minifigure's torso since it's at least green. You can pretty much mix and match the face prints based on your liking. But wait, where's his... Ah, there we go. Next up, we have my favorite, Baby Saja, with purple jeans and a pink torso with a happy face print and this blue hair.
Goo goo gaga.
This next character has ripped blue jeans, a light yellow blouse, and flowy pink hair. And since this is romance, I gave him the winking face print. Lastly, we have Mystery, wearing jeans, the backside of this pony torso, which is incredibly accurate, and I checked, his sleeves are definitely not full sleeves, so Belle's arms also work perfectly for this minifigure. Lastly, adding this gray hairpiece turned backwards keeps his face a mystery, and there we have all 5 Saja Boys. So, let's build them their very first stage. I designed this platform with some circular patterns and a spot for their soda can stage. I don't have these in yellow, so instead, I printed out a sign and stuck that to the bricks. That actually looks really clean. I placed a building facade in the background with advertisements and this really beautiful printed plate, and this design is based on the Brick Lobster's mock. He's done a fabulous job creating several mock LEGO K-pop Demon Hunter sets, like the Huntrix jet, that's actually a restyle of this LEGO jet, only this one is a little expensive. For the finishing touches, I added in some trees and placed in our Saja Boys. Now, a side story that develops in this movie takes place between Jinu and Rumi, and they communicate via the best character in the entire movie, Derpy, the tiger. And this goofy blue mythical tiger had me falling in love with it faster than he knocked over that plant. Thanks to Ainza builds on Rebrickable, we can bring this derpy tiger to life. Or more like to Lego. I didn't have a lot of blue parts in my collection, so ordering everything here cost me about $50, which isn't too bad for 413 pieces. However, if you really want this tiger to stare into your soul, you're gonna need this special eyepiece that only comes in this one Lego set, specifically the Beholder. Joke's on me, I thought he had 2 eyes. So to get the second eye, I took a picture of this one, printed it out, and stuck it to this orange plate that I sanded down because I didn't have a tile. And that's what I like to call DIY. For the body, I was actually short on a couple pieces, but managed to use some regular plates instead. The neck is a separate module that all comes together on these snot brackets. These are the hind legs, and now we have a derpy walker. I built the 2 front paws, and the last thing we need is a tail. There's a flex tube inside to make it angle a bit, but it mostly just sticks straight up. And there we have the derpiest and most recognizable animal in the entire movie. Hey, that magpie just took his hat! Magpies are also depicted in Korean folklore along with tigers, except this one has 3 eyes. I used my acrylic marker to dot the I's and cross the T's, and here we have the bird that we like to call Sussy. Inside the tiger's mouth, you can find a letter asking Rumi to meet up with Jinu. But I won't spoil the plot for anyone who hasn't watched this masterpiece of a movie yet, so let's finish it off with the final outfits, which are simply white torsos, skirts, and white legs, as seen on their album cover, and probably all over your feed because this song is simply golden, just like the Han Moon that's now sealed thanks to all these incredible LEGO sets and minifigures from the movie. I had a blast putting this all together, and hopefully you can create your own minifigures and maybe some scenes now too. Make sure to comment your favorite character from the movie and consider watching one of my other videos being shown to you on screen now.